third time you said his name tonight.
He's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Scorpion. 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 Dun, 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 dun.
Literally just watched that on TV a few hours ago, so it's doable.
So,
I
guys,
didn't.
welcome back to Sunday. It's been a little bit.
Yay.
As you can tell, you have a boat now. I got it from someone on Patreon, and I like it. So, ignore the dead engines.
Ignore the what?
I was about to ask
Jet
which
engines.
which one of us built it, me or Kalar?
I didn't hear it either. Ignore
Oh,
what?
I'm not even gonna lie. I
Jet engines.
didn't even notice
Oh,
them
okay. I didn't know.
because I was so zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
We have
Funny thing is, that's the
maskless
first thing that
propulsion.
showed up on my screen. I was literally looking at jet
Okay.
engines.
So I guess we'll show off the Patreon name here. Give them their due credits.
Yeah, they have like a whole bunch of different map stuff they do. It's all really high quality, so
Yay, our boat go new.
We're
Yay.
working on it.
look, you got the little kitchen, you got the captain's quarters, got some storage. It's great, and six
So
cannons.
the boat suddenly starts zooming around at like 3 a.m. due to the cat having the zoomies and controlling the boat.
The cat gets shot because we're on a river. We don't have room for zoomies right now.
You underestimate the power of the zoomie.
I've had a cat. I certainly do not.
We
I
didn't level up,
currently
did we?
have 2 cats in a small, skinny hallway, and yes, they indeed zoom quite well through this small, skinny hallway.
The boat is not a cat. I don't believe we leveled up on return,
Didn't know.
but our equipment has. Mostly.
So, yeah, where we left off, you guys had just gotten back with a whole bunch of gold. To find the ship was still intact, everyone was still where they should be.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we're just bitching out of her.
It's okay.
We didn't hear any of it, I swear.
Not a word.
This might be trying to cover the mic with my hand.
And yeah, as you got back,
I tried to whisper, and you looked at me like you
Let her
couldn't hear me.
finish!
as you got back, you were told that the audience would be arranged for you, and you guys went to bed, if I remember correctly. Sums up most of it, because you guys dealt with some kobolds who kept harassing you on your way back, and you paid a lot of money for a wagon.
Vargash paid a lot of money for
I
it.
paid a lot of money for the wagon. It's my wagon. If they want to use it, they got to pay the toll.
It was
Pay
a
the rental
well-made
fee.
wagon. So yeah,
See, we were thinking of talking about you for compensation for the wagon, but now I'm just gonna go buy a wagon.
It was a joke, please. Oh, that was out of character. I swear.
so it's early the next morning, and specifically took you wake up. You're laying in bed, feeling pretty accomplished. Honestly, you got tons of gold, probably more than you've had at the very
Ever?
least in a while.
For me, ever. In game. In
Yeah.
character.
And you specifically start the morning by rolling off your bed. But yeah, it's morning. It's everyone's plans for day one of your 2-week vacation.
I guess that means Tyler would wake up to me at the desk drawing a diagram for a slightly wider bed. But trying to get everyone together for, I guess, our first breakfast home. Air quotes on home. We have not finished that yet, Graves. But it's on the list. Is anyone not showing up for breakfast?
It's for breakfast.
Yeah. Better question.
I'm sure I can send into town for a ham, some eggs.
Vargoth shows up for breakfast. Ham and eggs sounds good. Meat and baby animals, yeah. Unhatched baby animals.
It's okay to eat babies?
No.
Only if they're not your own kind. That's cannibalism.
Graves, you're not helping.
Okay.
I mean, lizards like eggs, don't they? Don't they eat eggs? Usually snakes and lizards, but I don't know.
Tally, help. If your bugbear eats a baby,
I'm not liable.
that. If your bugbear eats a baby.
So when the Vargosh eats the eggs, he looks at Graves and he's like, "So are these your young?"
You're the only kind that has eggs.
Oh, really?
Among us, you're the only kind that.
I will say, we're all mammalian.
Are they
dude.
your babies?
No, not my babies. I don't lay eggs.
Could be.
I'm a male. I can't lay eggs.
I'm not yelling down from the crow's nest as usual. I'll come down for breakfast.
Say,
Boop.
basically run the same list.
1 sec. Be right back. I mean, keep going, but be right back.
Getting our ship in order, basically. Next couple of days will be spent rebranding the gold so that it can be circulated into the local economy.
Okay.
I believe Tally, you were going to head that with your forger's kit. We will probably send into town to see what amount of parchment they'll be able to provide and the better inks. Get some scrolls made up. Get a proper stock of accoutrement and consumables. Lorzod, you said something about a very large bow. How
Yes.
large?
Well, everything that I've seen so far is made for, like, little people. I just want something big enough for me. And, it needs to shoot big arrows.
I think I could work on that.
Since I guess we're all in the kitchen here. Oh, I guess I'd be more like over here, doing the cooking.
Yeah, the cooking.
I mean, I saw tables that looked like
That
utensils maybe on it, so.
there's ham. That's all that matters. I think these are vegetables. I don't think we eat those here. You kids eat vegetables.
This is the carnivorous circus.
Vegetables are for feeding to the food.
Well, apparently the lizard ate eggs. I didn't ask where he got them.
Are we still on, like, in the middle of the sea?
This is just our boat.
Yeah.
Hey, you are still docked in the town.
Yeah, I didn't sell us off in the middle of the night when everyone was asleep. I swear. I considered it, but I didn't because it's a lot of work for one person.
Yeah. Well, I'll work with two people even.
Anyhow, otherwise, trying to figure out what kits we would need for the murmurs. Let me actually get my sheet back open. Do we have anyone proficient at jewelry? Off the cuff.
I got smiths and woodcarvers and tinkers.
So it might be a tinker's thing. Don't be
I'm
shy.
proficient in herbalism kits. That is it. Also, I can make like scrimshaw type stuff as
So,
a wizard man.
Scrimshaw. I practiced that.
I think it's basically like weapons or something, like bone weapons.
Yes, but that is actually a thing Gasgard does in his spare time.
Mhm.
You would have probably found bits and pieces of scrimshaw bone around.
Better be cleaning that up.
don't worry. If every time I have to clean up after him, it comes out of his pay.
All bones that you find on the ship come out of his pay?
No.
No. Okay.
No, because you have to split some with me. If as long as it's enough to make a skeleton out of.
It's not.
The only skeleton collections you get from now on are full-sized humanoids, but a gnome skull.
I don't care. I actually mostly apparently have been specializing in zombies, but skeletons are also an option. Speaking of, I do still have a cobbled zombie around here somewhere.
Didn't it get turned to stone?
I had 3 and 1 survived, I think.
Sounds true.
Zombie Tim, actual Tim, got lost. But I have cobbled Tim.
Oh, our poor two-man crew.
Speaking of which, they're looking rather unsettled with the undead on the ship.
It's a single undead kobold. Relax.
It's still undead.
I
Breakfast?
mean, I could stop bringing it back, but that's not as fun.
I think more along the line of you might need to keep him in a box for when we actually need him. Preserve the dead.
That's on the list.
It's on the list, yeah. Would have to section out a piece of the downstairs for it.
I do not get paid
that's-
enough to deal with that.
An appropriate reaction.
It's just, it's the size of the boat. It's very distracting, okay? But otherwise, let's see. There's the Katskar's request for a bag of holding. That's doable. Fetch for
So-
some fabrics. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Are you, according to what you said, you're saying that magic users can just innately make magic items?
Via Xanathar's guide rules, yes.
Okay.
The
So-
catch there. The catch. Technically, anyone can. So with the materials, the caveat is magic users are the ones who make potions and scrolls.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I was looking up some items that might be useful for myself as a druid. So I suppose, are we just going to say what we're doing with our day? Is that the plan, or are we actually going through each hour? How are we doing this?
You have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to spend a little bit of time, because my character wouldn't just innately know what magic items are what. So I kind of want to research magic items, items of the magical tomes about not magical tomes, tomes about magic items of the forest kind of thing,
Well,
So he would learn about magic items before he actually makes a magic item.
Yep, you could probably, if there's anything left of the, guild hall, there's probably a little library in there with that specific kinds of information.
Yep. So my character would go there and try to research magic items. And for being quick and get it out there, can I just say that I find a list of
Yeah.
magic items? Okay, so I found 2 magic items that are pretty useful, and I would bring this up with uh, the captain and I assume, Kasakar's first mate. Is that what it is? I can't remember.
I'm
It's
just
been a while.
gonna give the sly smirk.
Yeah,
I
like
bring
he
up-
was there first.
Yeah, and basically bring up that the Heartwood Rod could be useful for me, and I want their input. It +1 is a rod, +1 spell save DC and spell attack rolls for magic users. Or Armor of the Beasts, you wear it, and then when you turn into an animal, it molds to your form and continues to give you +2 AC, even though you're an animal.
That seems very useful.
The only thing is, again, my character is more of a caster druid, so maybe the rod might be better, but I don't know. Bond
Could
shape is the
you
same.
link those in Discord?
You said what was the armor of the beast?
Beast,
Armor,
yeah.
armor of the beast.
You sure that's not
I'd rather armor of the
a?
beast.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. This says homebrew. My apologies. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say +2 armor is well out of our range of crafting right now.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Why do I always get homebrew links? That's
That
stupid.
happened to me too.
Like, I want official stuff. Most people don't just randomly allow all homebrew shit.
Well, yeah, most people don't. Because it's all broken usually.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Colin has learned that lesson in 3.5.
No. Even not homebrew shit is broken in 3.5.
Hold up now.
5E
Hold up
tools
now.
document.
Sir, I can just point at Kortar.
He wasn't
Hey,
broken.
everything is balanced at the time it came out.
That's not true at all.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mutton Leah.
When it got to the point that pretty much everything could be broken, they just started putting out more broken stuff. It
Oh, right, but this is just a list of all the magic items. That would take a long time to
It-
do.
There's filters.
Yeah, you
Okay.
filter it to uncommon.
I
But still.
know if it was brought up, Kaskar would also be interested in those gauntlets of ogre strength, just because his strength score is not high. He kind of relies on his dexterity, and sometimes you need strength. Other than that, the bag of holding and that message thing I was talking about before.
Message thing.
Yeah, he wants.
Sending
You basically
stones?
want-
The Godstone.
Yeah.
We're
Well-
already working on a form of communication.
Yes. The problem is the sending stones, from what I understand.
We're not working on sending stones.
Both parties.
Because sending stones have to be a pair,
Yes.
so.
And they're, pretty much one-time use.
Damn it.
One. They have a cooldown.
I wouldn't mind it. I don't think I need to talk that much.
You'd be surprised. When it's
Isn't it
the ability to
basically-
it's instantaneous communication via telepathy.
It is a use per day.
Yeah, that's sending stones. Whereas the Spy's Murmurs is basically mental walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
It will eat up an attunement slot, which is unfortunate, but for the power of being able to communicate on the fly, technically it's one person at a time, but it's also mental connections, so as fast as your brain can think. Probably be investing in making at least a pair of those. Yes, Tally. That I think when we first were on the way back, talking about investing in the town, getting them up and running, and making a name for ourselves doing it as a detached party from both the Adventuring Guild and detached from the Baroness would be probably the good thing to do. Not so much in a way as making an enemy of nobility here, but
More like saying, look, we're our people and
we come and go as we please, and when we come, you'll be pleased.
All right.
A lot of crafting. So much crafting.
I mean, the only thing I can think of for me is if there was anything for casting in general to make my spells last longer, because I don't think there's one that uncommon specifically for necromancy that I can use right now.
There's not one that makes it last longer.
Yeah.
Or more skeletons.
There is not more skeletons, but was it? Come on.
I think it's probably
Nightcaller?
too high with the ring
Yeah.
that you can
Yeah,
put
so
spell
I'll take-
slots in. Kind of
Ring of Spell Storing would do, yeah. There's a Nightcaller out of the DMG, like a little Pied Piper whistle.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't think this.
Not out of DMG, out of Yawning Portal.
Yeah.
Kaskar, go.
Uh,
Not Kaskar, Vargash.
I'm kind of confused if I'm doing this wrong. I filtered it by uncommon magic items and stabs, and only lists 3 stabs here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because there are only
There's
three.
only 3 uncommon
There's
stabs.
probably only 3
Yeah.
uncommon stabs.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not a lot.
I have all the books and stuff out there. There's only 3.
Well, there's other
official.
items that also give benefits. It's just
Yeah, you might want to look into wands.
Well, wands usually cast a
Wands,
spell.
Rods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for like not just a spell. That's kind of boring. Yeah, look at rods. 3 rods: Rod of Retribution, Rod of the Pact Keeper, Immovable Rod.
What is
Pact Keeper.
Pact
only
Keeper's
4
Warlock?
That's for warlocks. Yeah. That wasn't me like saying you should look at that. It's just me, like, yeah, Rod of the Pact Keeper. I was just
Why am
thinking
I
out
not
loud.
seeing +1 spellcasting focuses?
there's really not.
Wand of the War Mage. Pretty much
War
it.
Mage.
Yep, that would be pretty much it. I mean, DM approval would make it as a staff.
I'm fine with that.
+1 to your spells and saves.
Yeah, just duct tape it on a stick.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just
What-
shake it like a maraca.
What is that?
It's Wand of the War Mage. It's basically the +1 weapon for spellcasters. It's +1 to your attack and spell save DCs.
I mean, just flavor it as a big stick. I'm fine with that.
And you ignore half cover when making spell attacks.
Hmm.
Just a really, really big wand.
It's a big one.
Yep. Do the proper
Right.
like wand taper and everything.
So,
If
some
I
people
remember
just
right.
need to compensate.
I
Discorded.
I kind of had the idea for Jared to get a Staff of Fire and a Wand of the War Mage. Just stick one on top of the other. But wouldn't allow it.
Can druids not use wands?
No, you can.
Okay, so why do I need to make it a staff? Just keep it as a wand.
It's just if you
That's
wanted
if
to
you
look
wanted
like a
that
staff.
flavor.
It's
Oh.
flavor.
Oh, okay.
Now it will take an attunement slot. Keep that in mind.
What do you mean slot?
You have 3
attunement
things
slot?
you can attune to at a time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It's the same thing as my bag of holding. I want it to be one of my burlap sacks because it's Kassakar, and that's weird.
Oh, what's the one like ring of sustenance or something like that? The one that you don't have to eat or drink.
Blink, blink.
Isn't that a thing? Is that what it's called? Ring of sustenance?
I have this weird feeling that that's another homebrew.
No, I know
Homebrew.
I've seen that in a book, but it may have been
There's
a
an
3.5.
ion stone of sustenance.
Ah.
Can you type? Yeah.
There's a ring of sustenance, but it's the SRD.
What do you mean?
I mean, if it's an SRD, it should be somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It says. Trying to see where it's from. It's. I told you, it's third party. Frog game.
Is it? I thought I could have
There,
sworn I read
there's
that in the
there
beginning.
is an ion stone. The
Yeah.
problem is it is a
The
rare,
ring,
so we can't make
yeah.
it.
Well, this is rare too. The ring of sustenance is still rare too. Requires attunement, but it was put out in a Frog Guns game.
I just want to point out the guy with Goodberry just asked for a ring if I don't have to eat.
Yeah.
Just
Or
gonna
drink.
throw that out there.
For his actual good berries.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I forgot I had
So-
good berry.
For the sake of being able to keep track of things, could someone write a list of just the individual things you guys are planning on making?
Okay.
When we have people decide what they want to make yet?
We will both blip blip Vargash and Graves. I would like you both to make at least one scroll of lesser restoration during your downtime.
Okay.
If you are feeling froggy, up to 2 scrolls of level 1 cure light wounds. Oh, cure, yeah, is it cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
My additions are
Wow.
showing.
Yep.
I know I'll be making at least one of the spies murmurs. If no one else is going to tag along and working on that, either Tally, when you're not melting gold, you can work on the other one. Injunction with me, make
Yeah.
it
Don't
get
remember
at least
if
2
you
of
ever
them.
told us.
Yeah,
Leah.
you never told us how much gold we got.
Do you guys remember how many crates it was? Because
I know 7 off head top. I can't remember if there was more than that,
Yeah,
but 7 sounds right.
Here's
Well,
the
also
thing.
some
I
were
can
filled
tell
with
you how
gems,
much
some were filled with
Lorsad
gold.
carried back.
yeah, Lorzad has like 12,000 on him.
Yes. Well, technically 13, but I brought back 12,000. The other roughly 1,000 was mine to begin with. But yes, I brought back 8 sacks of gold, totaling 12,000 gold pieces. And I also know that I'm not the only one who brought back gold.
You're not.
Oh, yeah,
We also
I
got
was-
like
there
bag of
was-
holding
there was
fill
a
with
lot-
gems.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
lot more.
I was transformed into an ox with the carriage we were talking, not carriage, wagon we were talking about, and they had like a bunch of crates, a bunch of chests.
Oh, right. I also have items to identify.
You do.
Okay.
I will do that.
You do.
Yeah, let's do that for some. What we want to
Well,
make.
regardless, before we can start buying materials and going out and spending the gold, I figured it would take at least 3 days to get a quantifiable amount forged with the appropriate iconography instead of the ancient symbols upon it. So that leaves 11 days of actual crafting.
Still technically 2 work weeks.
Yeah.
So Leah, I will virtually identify those things.
Do you have it written down which items they were?
A necklace, a trident, and a bag of dust.
Okay. I remembered the trident and the necklace. So the trident is a trident and fish command.
Yeah.
Magical item, 3 charges, and you can dominate beasts on a fish. It's a necklace. Let me try and find it real quick.
You said fish command, but dominates beast. Do you mean like beast only on?
You cast a spell, dominate beasts,
On a fish.
On something
semicolon,
with an
fish.
Okay.
on a beast with a swim speed.
The dust is dust of dryness.
It's actually a lot more useful than you might think.
And the necklace was... Yeah, it's a necklace of fireballs.
How many beads?
There are... Good question. 4 beads.
Okay.
Ooh, you got the minimum number of beads.
It's still 4 fireballs.
That's the
Still 4 fireballs
yeah, but
before
just-
many of us get the chance. But before, I don't think any of us get fireball actually.
Can I use that?
I was planning on it.
He's just gonna stare at you unblinking for a minute.
Someone was writing down that list while I was rattling off stuff.
Yes,
right?
I added them
Okay.
to my thing.
How long does it take to make an uncommon magic item?
2 weeks.
Oh darn, not enough time.
You'll have time. It's about 10 days, but...
Yeah.
2 weeks is 14 days.
2
2
work weeks.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
10 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a 10-day.
Oh, right. Are we going by 10 days? Is that how this universe works?
It's
No,
work
it's
weeks, not
Okay.
week
I'm just
weeks.
saying that's where the term came from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, just for the sake of you guys knowing, the 7 chests you have, it is 850,000 gold.
Yeah, Tally, it's gonna take a while to get this all converted.
Don't worry, I got this.
I'm just picturing Tally in this tiny little corner of the workshop, just melting down gold and then making slightly smaller gold coins.
One
Yeah, we-
coin at a time.
We
Just
definitely
one
need
coin at a time.
someone mass
Just like-
produce.
We would have made
Shaving
a
gold.
mold. I'm not that mean to her.
So,
So how much does it cost to buy a castle?
I actually have that.
I will say we were
it.
you joke,
the-
but
It's yeah.
the time is more the issue than the money at the moment.
Yeah.
It said buy a castle. I didn't say build a castle.
Yeah, we still got to get there and consolidate our real estate.
Oh, okay.
You think I'm gonna move into a castle with someone else's drape choice?
You change the drapes.
Exactly, that takes time.
You hire people to do it for you.
That's one of my other personas is interior decorator.
I can see it.
I mean, what do you got? What's wrong with this boat, Tally?
I was saying we could. What I think is actually more likely is just modifying this one to the extreme.
Like, we already had carpenters come down here and knock out a wall to make a workshop.
I mean, we could buy a whole fleet at this point, probably.
So here's the thing. It's a lot of gold, but this is enough gold to cripple a economy. Just like having too little income or too little money, having too much money circulating, it just things go really bad
Inflation.
very, very quickly.
So, I'm gonna say if Tally's working alone, she can probably get like 1,000 coins a day made.
Well, the first 3 days I'd definitely be helping her.
Yeah, and you gotta legit also consider that I can't remember if it's 5th edition or a different edition I'm thinking of, but there were rules for like this town can legit have between this and this much. This size of town, city, whatever can have between this and this amount of gold in circulation at any one time. So it's like, that much gold wouldn't be in circulation at one point. Like, they don't have the goods to buy that much stuff.
Correct.
Like, if you wanted to buy, hire 1,000 men and fully equip them, it's like they don't have that many people that are in that much suits of armor and stuff like that.
You're right, but they have artisans. So the one non-crafting day that I have would be spent trying to gauge the level of craftsmanship within the city.
Oh, there we go. We gotta rebuild the guild hall, start our own adventurers guild.
So, this was an adventuring city. It was relatively well off. Yes, Austria.
Okay.
It was relatively well off at the time. It's a little bit less now. As you go into town, actually, you can see, they seem to be starting to rebuild the brick down areas.
Soon.
Thought to you.
Well, he's not actually in the city. They actually left. The Adventurers Guild left.
Like packed up and left.
Well, they were already out of town.
We had arrived with word that he had just been arrested.
Yeah, if you remember, we had to retcon a bit of that.
Ah,
There was a confrontation, but they did end up leaving.
even better. He's still a fugitive.
He is. Poor Ulrich didn't deserve this.
Oh, yes, he did.
Okay, so, like I said, if you guys have a list of things you are making, we can do a quick fast forward. Oh, look at that.
I was ready.
There we go.
Right.
If,
And all right, one more thing. I take a frame, glasses frames, and put them on Lorzan's face.
Just the frames.
Just the frames.
no glass. He breaks
Exact.
glass.
I have
No,
questions,
put them in my pocket.
Oshro. I do, but
They're for reading.
Yes.
insert Draco Malfoy. I didn't know you could read.
Someone was also making a +1 weapon, if I remember.
That was the oversized longbow.
Gotcha.
I don't think that's going to be magical yet.
I'm going to addendum that burlap sack of holding.
Oh, sorry.
Unless you are going to go through and discover the mysteries of how to do it, it's not going to be made out of burlap.
You can just tie your burlap sack on the outside of it.
There you go. It's just open.
I can just imagine
Sack of holding.
Like
the
The only
lock.
thing I think about when you say burlap sack of holding is just all the like the light coming from the pocket world just shooting out all the little holes in the burlap.
just little tendrils.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to weigh it down from inside and then tie the opening to the bag of holding into the inner lining.
You do
Oh,
not
well.
fold a bag of holding inside itself.
No.
Ooh.
No,
That's how you end
you
up with
can.
no bag of holding.
Over there.
You do not do
Far
that.
away from me.
And while
I
you're
wanna
at it,
point
there's
out,
a portable
I still
hole.
have my glasses on. You do not do that.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
We officially got the blog glasses.
Yeah.
no, we got mock. You'll see.
The Lorzan glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, we got. That was all out of character, obviously,
Yeah.
Anyhow,
but no, just they're comical glasses.
so let's see. That's you're 2 weeks making the bow. 3 days for Vargash and graves. Each make one of the lesser restoration scrolls. 1 day per first level spell for cure wounds. So yeah, pretty much Lorzod, you're pretty much one of the only ones with a lot of spare time.
Yep, and I was about to say, Lorzod, obviously, he has no abilities to make anything.
Yeah, I don't have any ability either.
So,
What did you want me to do?
um, what I do know is that I heard about an arena in town at one time. So I might be doing some like pit fighting for the next 2 weeks. Not like
Okay.
money, but I think I can make a name for myself.
Then Kassakar, guess what? Because we don't travel alone, you get to go visit the arena with Lorzod.
That is fine by me.
And mind you,
Some of us are busy.
yeah, I will say, and then I'm going to need either Vargash. You're going to have to work on your own staff. Just the time frame wise, and then if we're going to make another bag of holding, it would have to be Graves making it. If we have two people not crafting, that would be all craftable time allotted for.
By staff, are you referring to the staff of the War Mage?
Your wand of the War Mage.
Yeah,
Staff
I'd like
if
to
you
make it a
want it.
staff. Staff sounds good, better. I can do that instead if Lee allows it, which she said she would.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, staff of the War Mage sounds good. And then you said a scroll of restoration. Is there enough time for that too?
You would have exactly enough time to make all the items listed.
Cool.
And it's up to Graves whether she's going to be nice and make the sack of holding, because it's beneath
That's a lot of
Took.
time.
It's beneath me. Working with burlap.
Don't you owe someone a bag of holding?
My claws might get stuck in it, but
Who's the question directed at, Leah?
But actually, I think you paid him back. If I remember correctly, you paid him.
Yeah, him?
Her. Is that M? Ian?
Yes. It's the person I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah, we finished that along the way. But yep. And Lorzod, have fun, most importantly.
Yep.
I may join you. Oh, why are you asking me? Oh. Horrible at this. Not bad.
Okay.
We're good. Something for Kaskar's downtime. Oh, right. Me. I just
What?
realized something. Never mind. I'll figure it out. I got a week, from what I understand, of the rules of the guild.
Okay, so the specific items you made, just from the crafting costs alone, before the supplies, comes up to about 1,200. The only things that really take any supplies that cost anything is the bag of holding and the wand. But you can get it all done in about, and even 1,500 for 10 days.
Easy enough.
Oh, my kneecaps.
And at the end of 14 days, Tally, you managed to get 1,500, or sorry, 15,000 gold coins. And it is monotonous work and it's horrible.
I'm sure I'm breaking it up a bit with that earring.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
Oh,
need
sure.
I don't need to get murdered.
We'll say just 12,000 then. So you could take a nice break. It's still so much gold.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to hire people to help us with this.
Which this?
The printing of the gold or whatever.
No.
Ooh.
This is an inside job.
Yeah, we're officially kind of in black market territory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are legally stamping the local tender onto
Yeah.
this gold.
We're shaving coinage to make more coinage.
Well, then what you do is you offer to hire people, and then when it's time to pay them and let them go, you just kill them. They can't.
Yeah, except
That's
they have to leave at some point to their families, talk
No,
about
they stay on the
work.
boat the whole time.
Yeah, bodies
Yeah.
are harder to get rid of than you guys think.
They have to stay on the boat the whole time. As part of the, they get paid a lot of money. Quote paid.
Yeah,
Well,
here's
there's
the
that
thing,
would
it's
know.
too short term. good
Lorzad
sir.
would
It's
know.
too short term.
Just damn it, Lorzad.
Yeah. But I'm working on that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. By the way, I need fish.
Just tell them that every 1,000th coin they print, they can keep.
That is better. We want a good reputation, even in the underbelly.
And then
'Cause
they
they-
go and accidentally let it slip to someone that you have a literal dragon horde.
And then they get arrested too. And
Then we leave town.
then we just leave town. Yeah.
Or we do none of that, not have to leave the town we're talking about investing in, and still get our items.
Yeah.
Then eventually, aren't going to people be like, "Where'd you get all this gold at? None of your business."
We
We're the
showed
guards,
up-
It is our business.
We showed up in a giant fuck off boat.
and we've had meetings with the lady of the city. and
Who
carried
paid
out
us?
Yeah, and we went out carrying a big old chest of gold.
A chest, not 18 chests or whatever we had.
That's just
Yeah, but here's the thing: the amount that we spend is about
a chest.
right for it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Does this mean we gotta go to different cities to spend gold in different places or something?
We may need to, but that's for a different time and place to worry about.
Okay.
Don't you worry your
And this
pretty
is also
scaly
something
head.
Gascar would not give a shit about.
So, also meanwhile, while all the crafting is going on, Cascar and Lorzad go to the arena. I don't know the easiest way to do this.
Actually, there are rules for pit fighting if you just want to use them.
Are there?
Make it very quickly. Yep. 132 in Xanathar's, but pretty much you roll 2d10s plus 5 3 times, and I have to roll strength, athletics, and constitution against those 3 numbers, and I can substitute one of those for an attack if I want, just like roll my attack dice. And for every success depends on how well I do in pit fight.
Okay. Yeah.
I would also join.
You're gonna pit fight too?
Yes.
Oh, this is great.
Cassigar is always up for a fight.
Maybe we'll fight each other.
That might be interesting because last time we fought together, I believe we bonded over the murder of a demon.
I think he means each other as in against each other.
Yeah. So what was it? It was a strength.
Yeah.
What
I'm
were
looking
the-
at it right now.
Okay.
I'm literally looking at it, but
It's
basically,
athletics, acrobatics, and a special con check that has a bonus equal to a roll of the character's largest hit die.
Right. I
And
forgot
then if
about
you
that.
want, you can use attack for one of them.
Right. So if you're not very good at acrobatics, for example, you can make an attack roll for that. Or
yeah,
vice
I am good
versa.
yeah, I am good at acrobatics. I'm not good at athletics. So
Here's your DCs.
Oh boy.
Well, those aren't technically crits because they're rolling 2 dice.
I know, that's
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, they're decent difficulties though.
okay.
19, 21.
So acrobatics, attack, and then a Constitution check with bonuses equal to my highest.
Basically, you
die?
roll con plus hit. You roll a d20 and your d8 plus con.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
would
it's a D8.
start with your athletics or whatever.
Yeah, first one's athletics, second is dex, acrobatics, and last one is
So-
the con one.
First is going to be an attack roll. Then
I'll
my
let him finish his
acrobatics roll.
first.
Okay. Yeah, yours are the bottom three there.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Oh god. Okay, and then it would be d20 plus d8.
Plus any con bonus.
I did not stutter.
The D8 is the. Well,
He
yeah,
has
con
no
roll.
plus to con.
I got you.
Oh, what? Oh, ow.
So pretty much like this is like a one punch because of the con.
Shit beat out of me.
So, your first round, Kaskar, the guy is just better than you. Like, there's no getting around it, unfortunately. You put up a fight, but at the end of the day, he just bops you in the face, you go down, and that round's over. Second round is much closer, and it's pretty, on the wire, but just last second, you just can't finish it through. And then, I guess the moralize from your last two, you just literally just get punched in the face right at the start of your last bout, and you're gone.
Our monk, ladies and gentlemen.
So you win no money.
Those are very, very high rolls.
You really are.
Yeah. Don't
just
worry, I'm
picturing
waiting to see
getting
Laura's odds.
popped out in the first fucking round and just like, slam!
Okay. While he was doing that, I was typing them up. So here's my counters to those.
Okay. On the flip side, Lorzad, you have a relatively close fight your first two. You win the first one, it's pretty easy. Second one you lose about the same margin. It's close enough that you don't feel too bad about it. And then you just completely dominate your opponent in the last one. And when all is said and done, you get 100 gold.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sarah. That's just mean.
It's what popped into my head.
Oh,
Not the face.
it's just the rules.
The rolls.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing this, one of the probably ex adventurers just walking in. Hey, burn.
I would like my winnings in silver.
You really could do that to that poor man.
He didn't say copper.
Yeah, I didn't say copper.
The poor clerk just kind of stares at you.
It's only
Probably do
2,000
a
pieces.
banknote.
It's 1,000, but
It's a
So you want 100 gold to do it.
so
Yeah.
he pulls out a big box and just starts counting it one at a time. You're pretty sure he's going slow on purpose. and you get your 1,000 silver.
Yes.
I like how he didn't even say like, "No, I'm not doing that." He's just like, "Okay, I'll do it."
Customer's always right.
Not really. Not anymore.
I know.
Never say that,
Don't worry.
because they will abuse it.
When we go offline, I got an antidote to share with y'all. You'll love it.
So yeah, did anyone have any other downtime activities they would like to do?
Um, I mean, that's pretty much. I
Yeah.
really didn't have any to do. So
I got my good roll in with the other thing.
That's true.
So I'm good.
And there's that you do get your bow eventually, and you get to practice on it.
excellent.
Is there any rules for like spending gold to like learn new language skills or anything?
There's training, but
Yeah.
it's kind of long term.
Yeah, it's
Like,
250
longer than we
days.
have.
Something
It
like
takes
that.
10 weeks.
10 weeks usually to train something new.
And how often do you got to train it?
We'll subscribe you for Rosetta Stone. It's 40 gold a month.
It's a literal stone. It's like an iron stone.
For 40, that's cheap actually.
It's
considering the actual-
40 gold a month for 5 months.
I don't trust you.
That's a
that's I'm
that's
just
literally
gonna say,
their
Boris,
advert
I
right
will
now.
tell you that is a great deal.
For those who don't know, they're not sponsored to the one viewer. We are not sponsored by at all.
We have a viewer?
It's probably me.
I asked Graves if she can teach me cat.
You are allowed to punch him, Graves.
Well, I mean, it's easier to get other cats to come to me and for prey, for hunting, you know. I don't tell her that, of course.
We're just all down in the workshop, just
Okay,
staring.
You
Like,
said us for prey to hunting. You are about to be kobold zombie attacked for a second there.
Speaking of which, while you're talking about that, you swear you hear a cat meow.
There is no cat. We speak common like the rest of you civilized people, and they kind of look at him like he's not one of the civilized people.
What's it saying, Graves? I hear a cat.
You
I don't
only
know
hear
what
it
you're talking
meow
about.
once.
I tell Graves I'm going to try to speak to her in her native tongue, and I just like start imitating caterwauling, like wow, wow.
I cock my rifle.
I aimed the
No,
bow that
wait
I'm
for it.
working on, Adam.
There. No.
My crossbow.
Wow! We just aimed. She's like, nah, fuck this shit.
Are we allowing PvP in this campaign?
Oh god, don't go down
I
that
mean,
In
road.
response,
I considered
yes.
him.
In response to this particular moment, yes.
I consider this a instigation. He rolled initiative first by doing that.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
you actually shot. Oh, jeez.
There was an actual shot in response.
Like, I don't know who I'm aiming the rifle at right now. If you break or if you ruin the scrolls you guys are working on, so help me.
Jack, like I paused in working on the scroll to do this. I can multitask.
Pull it out, shoot and aim.
I didn't even aim. I just,
So,
it's only 5 damage.
Bargosh, as you get shot, you guys hear your steel defenders, like, plodding around as someone is approaching the ship.
I put my crossbow under the table.
No, you reload.
Reload and then put it away.
Okay.
Jesus. I'm gonna. Is anyone staying in the workshop while we have visitors? If not, because I'm about to lock it up.
I just in response I just pounce Graves and start tussling with her,
Okay.
biting and clawing and
Uh,
snapping.
You have to roll something.
I will lock the doors to the workshop as I leave.
I will attempt to make sure they don't break anything.
If they do, it comes out of their share.
Yeah, but I might want it now.
Sorry, insert name here is not taking visitors.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. We had a message from the Baroness.
Ugh. I'm just like trying to like wipe crap off my hands. That's glad to hear it. Hope she's doing well. I'll hold out hand for whatever missive.
Yep. And he hands you a letter as chaos is still going down in your ship, apparently.
Yeah, just like hear the. Don't worry, just it's team building exercises
You see, well,
with that look of like, just shoot me now.
you have been invited to dinner. And he looks at this guy. 30 minutes? Pardon for the short notice. The Baroness just got back in town.
Let's see, I'm assuming this would be day 14 or evening 14.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Specifically the last day of the 2 weeks.
Okay. um, you would catch us when we're all absolutely just filthy from work.
Oh, it
I'm
is
just
no
being
bother.
dragged onto the boat by Lorzad.
Just on a gurney. Just watch him walk like right behind the. Just motioning for Lorzad to go behind the guy with the like go around him. Go around, not in front.
Yeah. Lorzard walks on the ship carrying this badly beaten person and a big bag of something that's jingling.
Just like really intently reading this letter, just like.
Yeah, just walks by, gives you gives them kind of a funny look, like what are they doing here, and just continues and takes him downstairs.
The door's locked.
No explanation. The door's locked.
Yeah, I locked it in case this was not a friendly.
This door's not supposed to be locked.
Key, don't dare break my door.
Oh,
Key.
my hands are full.
25 minutes.
About 25 minutes.
I can't wait that long.
She will be waiting for you at the keep. I should get going.
Please do, and do inform if we are unbearably late. I do apologize. Like I said, you caught us at the tail end of our workday.
It is no problem at all.
All right. I guess stamp the missive and hand it to him.
He takes it and leaves.
I'll turn and unlock the door as I imagine the Lorzad potty dance.
We just like
that anxious, like, I can't wait that long. God, God's help me. Tally, what's going on?
Can I hit the both of them with the flat of my blade to make them stop?
And Laura's out of them.
No, I got. I'll just shout, open up the door and shout down, inspection in 10 minutes. Slam the door. With enough time for Lorzad to go and deposit Car.
I will call Frederick down while Lorzad is running down.
Everyone hold a 1.
Yeah, I roll a 1. What happens to me, Leo?
You just,
Fight yourself.
yeah, you just miss really badly and bite the floor.
Okay, that's enough. Hurt each other all you want. You hurt my workspace.
Don't, it's not workspace.
This is the workshop.
Oh, I thought it was on the deck working on stuff.
No, we're in the workshop.
Oh, well. Oops.
We're sighing. We gotta clean.
Fine. head up to our quarters and I guess get all dolled up.
So far I did 10 damage and she did 7.
I wasn't paying attention.
Both of you out.
Both of you just bleeding.
Grab,
to go
grab
to a
my
fancy
scrolls,
meal.
bleeding all over my scrolls. Or
You heard the first rate inspection in 10 minutes.
that's how you speak cat, and then I walk away.
It was tasty.
As I leave, I'm going to close the door and start cleaning my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Vargosh is a bit happy with what happened. He feels like he got the upper hand. And she walked away, so he feels like he won. And he goes to inspection.
Yeah, but I got the final word, so I won.
Do you clean yourself up at all, Vargosh?
Yeah, I'll try to, I don't know, get a cloth and try to wipe up the blood. And...
does it again! Yes! Oh, poor Casper is too beat up.
I'll go back to the bunk that has been registered as mine.
Oh,
I realize once I see it's not my.
oh, yes.
Oh, I get an opportunity attack if she walks away, don't I?
I will end the both of you.
No, because technically he broke us up.
Who did?
Austral.
Oh, did he?
Gerda did. Yeah, that's the only reason I got to walk away and stop.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I
Casper,
wasn't even. Never
you're,
mind, go ahead.
I was just saying, Casper, you're, sore, you're tired, and now Lorzot's just pushing all this stuff next to your bed.
Right. Trim the nails a little. Were we really down in the workshop that long? I swear those two.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Did you not hear what I said?
He had a concussion. It's appropriate.
It's a concussion.
What is all
Here's
this
a lot.
crap doing near my bunk again? Opens up portcullis, throws it out the window. Into the sea.
That's a brave thing to do in your state.
What all did you have, Lorzot?
Oh, it's just junk.
Okay.
Like food wrappings and what have
it's
you.
Like, yeah, it's like like leftover bones and it's just.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. The fuck is
I
this?
mean, if he's
Opens
willing to
up the
touch it,
window,
I mean that's up to him.
Throw it out the window. Ignite
I
hand
wasn't
to
willing
burn
to
away
touch it, I just
infection.
kinda kicked it over there. Ow.
Right. Well, I have a feeling I know what this particular meeting is about, dear. Tap the bag of holding that's been securing our goods.
Most likely.
Are we handing it over? Yeah, but your last attack was a critical failure.
Yeah, but I still hit twice and she hit twice.
Yeah, but you literally ate wood.
I didn't eat the wood, I just nommed it a bit.
You put a hole in my workshop.
Yeah, I just bled on it a little bit.
Should have made it tougher wood.
Twitch. Twitch.
Well, I know who's dying next. It won't be by my Crossbow. Actually, I run back in to go get my crossbow.
Is it still locked?
I put it under a table.
I
That's
would.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll leave the crew inspection to you as I'll go set up the appropriate "we're not home" greetings for anyone who would like to sneak aboard.
Okay.
Tell Vargash's trial. That's my goal. I'm just going to imitate everyone and then get them set up as criminals.
I have a feeling Lorzon probably wouldn't be that difficult to get to them. It's like, did you kill this person?
Probably.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
To be fair, I was just being annoying. Was not the one that that attacked first.
Anyhow.
It doesn't matter who started it, it's who gets in trouble.
And if she started it, she gets in trouble.
No, this is grade school rules. You both get in trouble.
Oh yeah, true enough. I was just defending myself. It was self-defense. I was in fear of my life.
He says.
I've
He has
been
a
in fear of
bolt
my
sticking
leg
out of his
ever
leg.
since you showed up, because all he does is talk about eating cats.
I was joking. Joking. Just a joke.
It's not a joke when you're showing your teeth.
Can't eat
Well,
cats
listen.
unless they're babies.
I'm a lizard. I'm always showing my teeth.
God damn it, Lorzon.
I can't. I don't have lips.
Guys!
Did you just slap one of them?
Yeah, you.
just like walking down. Tut, 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 tut. Stop it!
Both hands, one.
I'm not talking about. I'm working on my scroll.
No, you're going and getting ready for inspection. We have a dinner to go to.
I just walk out. The fuck's going on?
Get
The
dressed.
good news is I wasn't wearing my fancy clothes to bleed all over.
And why are y'all bleeding? You know what? No. No,
He
no.
was being racially insensitive.
Where?
Just very
Oh,
calmly.
Bleeding. Looks at Kazakh.
I would assume he's bandaged.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to clean myself off a little bit, and then I'm like, that's fine.
Just very calmly grab my rifle.
Cover my head.
Top deck, let's go. The captain's waiting.
Deep breath as I go. Deep.
Yep. Heads up as
I'm-
well.
Deep, why did I stay? Breath?
I'll poke my nose into. I'm assuming our guest is in one of these two rooms.
Your guest?
Mistra? The
Yes.
diviner.
Serta.
Lady. Serta. Just give her the thumbs up. Like, hey! Good? You good?
She's just reading a book.
I mean, we didn't put you to work in these last 2 weeks. So the answer better be yes.
Did you know there's a big undead army to the south?
Blink. Blink, blink, blink. How south?
How big?
Yes,
How high?
and I don't know. I'm saying I don't know other character. I'm trying to remember how far it is.
Okay. Not like heading this way, undead army.
No, it looks like it might be going south or
Okay. Sounds like that's their problem. Make sure you eat, hydrate, enjoy your book. We'll bring you some leftovers. Shrug.
I do like leftovers.
Just close the door. Set the trap in front of it. I'm sure hopefully she knows is there.
She's a diviner. I'm sure she can figure it out.
She'll find out one way or the other.
If she doesn't, that's her own fault.
Rheindorf, that's where. Had to remember the name of the town.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that army again. No.
Make a cursory check of all the bunks. Just kind of shaking my head at the trail of junk.
Going to the window.
Just like,
And blood.
Warriors in mind.
I feel fine.
gonna get a little tap of the cheeks and head up to join inspection.
Well, and the two crew, I guess they're in charge, so they probably got to clean up.
They're used to it. They don't even sigh anymore.
I mean, we can actually afford your dental work now, so.
We've been waiting a month.
I've been working on it.
Johnny's teeth have all fallen out.
He is going to have the best chompers ever. Lena was just telling me, by the way, I think that one's name is Johnny.
Noted.
You guys never knew.
We never got a name for either of
I
these
know.
two. Don't you worry, Johnny. It'll be our top priority.
Just don't challenge any devils to a fiddle contest.
I didn't know Castigar could play the fiddle.
Talk about Johnny.
He said challenge any devils to a fiddle contest.
Any
That's
words
racist.
for
No,
for
devil.
these
You can
wonderful individuals, Captain, before we go and meet once again in front of royalty and nobility, what have
I
you?
myself in front of royalty. I saved the Vista Haven for the ship.
Yeah.
And for battle.
The kobold stays on the ship.
Okay. I point at the kobold and I say, stay.
It gives you sad eyes.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
Then it just sits down.
Good boy.
Were we bringing like 3 people who are bleeding to the noble?
I just want to point out,
Oh, Clark.
both of them can heal.
Yeah.
This is said in front of them.
No, I did as part of my getting ready for the inspection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I assume Kaskar is at least healed back to the start, but he doesn't look it.
Yeah, I mean you're full health. You just
Yeah, I just look like the shit kicked out of me.
yeah.
Like once we get into view of the manor, I'm gonna use my disguise self ability from my legacy of Dis to turn myself into something that looks
Whatever you looked like last time we went.
yeah.
Okay.
I just dab up some of the blood from my face and eat a good berry. Restore a hit point. And then
We're going to dinner.
and then put my I don't have any healing spells.
I walk off the boat.
Don't
Captain,
look at me.
they're your problem. Nope, we're done. Walking off the ship.
But I do put my suit back on though.
His still is really nice fitting.
This is your cavalcade of misfits, Tally. Enjoy.
I will try to put as much distance between myself and literally the rest of the group.
I like that
imagine
inspection,
I'm-
Tally. Just mmm.
Because I imagine I'm actually decently cleaned up, not bleeding.
I'm not bleeding anymore.
Are you guys bringing Frederick and Prototype?
I mean, it's just cat scratches. They stop bleeding after a little bit.
I mean, I'm bringing prototype because he did come with
Of
us last
course, I'm
time.
bringing Frederick.
My
Okay.
sword covers up blood.
Make it a point to say our hellos to anyone out on the streets and give off that air of camaraderie. Like, hey, we're in front of people, act like we actually like each other.
And you're actually relatively popular in the streets now.
You don't like me.
You bit my floor!
And you're racist.
The cat shot me. I had to fight back. It was self-defense.
That's what happens when you're racist and someone.
I don't think we are this time, Leo.
Okay.
That would be up to Tally.
What?
Cat shot you? Where's the cat?
Point at Graves.
He deserved it.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I was just trying to speak your language.
So, two things. As you start heading towards there, like I said, you're relatively well known in town now. A lot of people have known about you since the bandit attack, and you're like little local celebrities. It's pretty nice. As you were walking, Took, make me a dex save as a kid runs into you. He's not pickpocketing you. He happens to be walking, and
I attack him. We just go.
the
I shoot the child. So 21.
Yeah, no, you almost trip, and it's a good thing you don't, because you like catch your feet, you realize there is a big muddy puddle that you were about to land into.
A big what?
Muddy puddle.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have prestidigitation. That would have been awful.
I mean, we did.
But otherwise, you guys make your way to the keep again. And the first thing you notice is there seems to be a larger guard presence than last time. But
Over double.
Over double, but it's two different outfits, if that makes sense. One of them is not familiar to you, and
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Quarantine.
it's like half of it. Like there's the normal amount of the guard you saw last time, and then like that amount again, just different colors.
Are we able to see the individuals, these new individuals, their faces? Do they look like they're locals or literally completely foreign to the area? Is there a carriage or such nearby? Things of that nature.
There is a carriage. The individuals seem to be local.
Well, I think we may not be the only guests, or she went and got her some new toys.
You almost sound disappointed.
I don't like knowing what pieces are in play, Kaskar. But hail the guards at the entrance.
Same routine as last time. They ask you to leave your weapons outside, and if you guys agree to it, they just walk you right in.
That moment, Took is really upset he's not a hexblade
Yeah.
or an Eldritch Knight.
Or just Pact of the Blade.
But
Norzad starts dropping all of his
I
weapons.
was saying,
Clang, clang,
we
clang,
are very
clang,
late, so you know this is going to take about 15 minutes for him to disarm, right?
clang.
I'm very sorry. It's just, policy.
I know. I would.
If you want, the rest of you may go in as he takes his arsenal off.
Uh, if we lose eyes on him, it's trouble for everyone.
I will stay back here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay. You walk into the building, and it's the same, like, right inside is the dining hall. That is a success, by the way.
Okay.
It's the same dining hall. But you notice, first of all, the Baroness is already there. She already has a plate. Large feast, just like last time. And there is another person sitting at the table.
What hand? Like right hand, left hand.
It is to her left. If there's significance to that, don't read into it.
Oh, okay.
I know where your mind was going, but
I'm like, okay, because the next question is this a gentleman? Is it so
It
on
is
and
a
so forth?
gentleman. The first thing that catches your eye is he is very well dressed, but it's like the flamboyant type of clothes. Like, he is definitely dressed to impress. It's not necessarily the best fashion, but it's the most expensive stuff he could purchase. You can tell just looking at that.
There's that internal
sure
gagging.
You've seen that before, so.
God, dude, that's like 3 years out of fashion. Savage. Heathens at our gates.
He is specifically dressed the way that adventurers would think a very important person would dress. I think that's the best way to word it. And as you walk
Is he flanked by these new guards by chance?
He is.
Okay.
And as you guys walk in, he stands up, and the Baroness does as well, and welcome you in.
Okay. Need to confirm very quickly. Tally, is that a yes or a no?
Just say yes to make things easy.
Okay. So, everyone's purposes, picture your best Tally voice coming out of my mouth. I know Cat and I sound exactly the same.
Yep.
Shouldn't be hard for
different.
y'all. No different.
And shortly after you all walk in, Arkanar and Lorzad walk in as well. Please, friends, take a seat. I hear you.
Warzop picks up a seat.
Sit, Lorzad.
She just stares.
He's
Oh,
been a
gosh,
little cooped up the last few weeks. I do apologize.
It's fine, no worries.
Just a bit of humor.
Please put it down.
I will gesture for everyone to have a seat. Please.
Right, eat first. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, sits.
So my guards tell me your travels went well. Did you find what you were looking for?
We found the location, or at least what we're sure was it. I hear you had a bit of a trip yourself. Seems a new company is aboard.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I'm digging through my notes to find his name.
Ralphie.
Yes.
Not to confuse with Ralphie.
No.
Aurus. Sounds like a fancy name, Aurus. Actually sounds close to walrus now. I think. Auron.
Sure.
Prince Thistles.
Okay. Yeah, she nods over to her company, who's now also sat down. Yeah, this is a business partner of ours. His name is Eki.
Of ours.
Well, the town's.
Okay.
He is actually the person who tipped us off to the location of the creature that we had you go look for. He is also now a powerful name in the town. He owns a significant chunk of all that was burned down by purchasing it directly from the townspeople. So,
No. A recently landed individual. How quaint. We appreciate your efforts, Eki.
yes, of course. It's the least I could do to help the town. Been through so much trouble. And I figured what better way to help out than relieve the people of their homes that are no longer useful. Purchase them new ones, and well, I'm planning on setting up a shop actually.
The town is in good need. That goes without saying. Anyhow, if you don't mind, business at hand. As again, you did catch us with the misfortune of the tail end of our work hours. So I do apologize for the horrid condition our compatriots are in. But regardless, you sent us on task for a creature. I must say, the only creatures we found were kobolds. Tricksy little ones, but kobolds nonetheless.
Is that so? It's a shame. Did you find anything of value at all?
I'm gonna flick eyes to Eki as
Specifically, she holds out her hand like, not necessarily wealth, but things that would potentially give us political power. I mean, wealth would do that, but
nothing in the immediacy.
well, that is unfortunate. Still, I'm glad you're well. I'm glad you took out those. I assume you took out the kobolds.
Quite a few of them. They did harry us. Oh, what? 100 miles or so out of town. Quite a trek.
That's pretty. Actually, I don't know if that's unusual for kobolds or not. That sounds weird. Aren't they supposed to be like cowardly?
Well, the ones I've dealt with have always turned and run after you've taken out whatever was in charge. Which tells me that whatever's in charge is still very much in charge. Perhaps this creature you were seeking out. Having the little details that we did, we explored the area and found nothing too threatening. A few interesting mechanisms below. Something you may consider incorporating if we can pry them free.
Specifically, when you say that, Eki's eyes light up. What kind of mechanisms? You have to forgive me. I'm someone who's quite interested in mechanical things, and he very specifically waves at prototype and Frederick.
Um, our man Ostroho were probably better able to describe. I'm more of the fighting leader, one might say.
Sorry about that. My concussion came back from there. What happened?
Eat.
We're good.
Eat now. You get to take a chair later.
trying, just trying so hard to keep that straight face. Just
I hope everybody heard that time because that
it
was
did.
in character.
We did. The chair comes with the kids' meal. But yeah, totally pawning off describing the mechanisms, i.e., a little teleporter, majigger mabobs on Astro.
And I will do so.
In detail,
Moderate detail.
he pulls out a notebook and he is writing down every word.
I will point out that I didn't take immense study of the mechanisms or the runes or any of that stuff, but
Well, you know the location of this place, so it
yes.
shouldn't be too bad to go and look at them, get a good look at them,
Yes.
see what we can figure out from them.
That's all I got.
Well, it's unfortunate to hear that, but
But yeah, Tally, if you find a collapsible pole,
Where of a zombie? Oh wait, never mind. I would have disappeared.
no, it just would have been out of control now.
I was like, beware of a zombie.
It stays animated. Tim is
So-
on the loose. Oh god.
Eki speaking, because I'm bad at voices.
Okay.
But so my main reason for being here, to if I may be blunt with you guys, is I am from a little bit a ways, and my plan was to set up a shop here. I think I already said that. But it seems there's very freshly no guild here. And, shops like mine, specifically selling things a little bit cheaper than what could probably be gained elsewhere, works best with adventurers. So, I was planning on funding a new adventurers guild. Or at least building the hall for them.
Interesting.
Would you, wonderful people, be interested?
There is an exorbitant amount of currently wasted talent looming within the city. We had our own
X's
mind.
broken nose.
Mind to. It's like just the sound of pop.
I'd be willing to fully fund it until things become profitable again.
Only until it's profitable.
Well, I can't fully fund it forever. Would need to eventually turn a profit, or otherwise there would be no point in having it. Keep in mind when I say turn a profit, I'm including the store I'm planning on building.
Just. It is, as I see an educated businessman before me, I'm sure you're aware, it would be bold to assume such an immediate response to such possibilities.
Of course. I wouldn't want to pressure you into anything.
Certainly not.
Regardless of your choice, I am going to be rebuilding a lot of the homes in the town, make sure there's enough room for people. Can be building my own shop in the little spot of land that I've taken for myself. And I will be making a new guild hall. So, as you are so well known in the town and well loved from what I can hear, I've only heard your praises, by the way. Wonderful job with the bandits. I thought you guys should get the first say. The first opportunity.
The first opportunity to be employed by a stranger cometh from a little ways away.
You'd be employed by me in name only. I'd be providing the funding, and other than that, I'd stay hands off for the most part.
So, partnered, not employed.
Correct.
And whensoever as this newfound organization grows to such a might of power to once again rival. And I'm just gonna flick eyes to the Baroness.
Then I'll simply ask that at some point my funding is repaid, and then I will get out of your way.
Off the cuff, I take a small little bite of food, nibble, nibble, nibble. I could agree, potentially. I obviously can only speak for whether these wonderful individuals will stay within my employ after such case. You only fund it partially. That way, you are able to focus more on your own goods, services rendered through this new shop from the ether, and less time trying to dabble amongst the crass and lowborn, the well, let's be honest, not all adventurers are the most charming of people.
It's kind of like giving you a look.
A true partnership. You invest, we invest.
How much funding are you planning on putting in? Or where are you planning on getting the funding from? I assure you, building a functioning Adventures Guild isn't cheap.
I wouldn't assume it is, but we've been at it for quite a while. We didn't exactly come here dirt poor. Such details I'm sure we can go over in the weeks to come. Gives time to find masons and carpenters, discuss with various architects as the former building, I'm sure, will need to be absolutely just rendered non-existent.
Okay. I won't lie with you. Having someone to split the funding only works better for me.
Of course, we're all about making friends and allies. We'll flash the most charming of smiles at the Baroness.
Roll me a persuasion.
Hey guys, I'm not actually good at this. Hey,
Bad it's not Tally. She has advantage.
she does, but
Does my cute face have advantage?
No.
I think a 22 is fine.
I am trained in it.
Well, if you are more than willing to split the cost with me and the funding, then I have nothing against that. I am fully on board. If you're still interested, of course. Like I said, there's no pressure. I'm not forcing anything on you. And I'll give you some time to think it over and decide for sure.
we're not exactly hidden. Just if you want to send your paperwork our way, we'll look it over. You know, your people call my people, as it goes. But
He actually does wave to one of his guards who leaves the room and comes back shortly after with just a stack of papers, which he slides over.
I will slide it over to Took.
And I'll get you the details of what it says. Not now.
But, but other than that, you showed such fascination in these mechanisms. That would be a fantastic thing to try and incorporate here within the town. I mean, imagine being able to get from the docks to the market district with the snap of a finger.
Yes, I meant to ask. Where did you get such things? I mean, I know people who can make them, but not very many.
Again, we didn't take them with us. They were well entrenched. It seemed a poor idea to break the magics surrounding them. I would say, what do you think, Osro? Centuries old, yes?
I'm sorry, I had a misunderstanding there.
Oh, were you talking about
Yeah.
prototype and Frederick?
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's like, as you're saying that, he has
he's like
this
so
thing-
focused.
You're like, wait.
I'm over here like about to pull out one of the gems. Like, yeah, here's one of. Why are you staring at the cats? What?
Sorry.
They're
My,
both just
my
kind of staring at him. It's like, yes.
I meant
Compliment
your
is more.
still defenders. Wonderful craftsmanship, by the way. Did you purchase them somewhere, or
I made this one. I point to Frederick.
One moment, I'm feeding my lie.
is that so?
Yes. Please don't make me lie, Tuck. You don't want me to roll that.
I'm feeding my lie to Took.
Yeah, good. Because you don't want me to try to lie. Yes, this is actually his, second... Crap, I forgot the word.
Iteration?
Thank you! That was out of character, that's the
Yeah.
brain part.
Which, that is technically not a lie.
Yeah, it's not.
No, what I just said.
Well,
no,
if
no.
I don't mean to pry into your life, of course. You know, adventures have their secrets. Where did you learn to make such a thing? Because it's not the most common thing to see around here.
It's like stirring my drink, staring.
A place... How do I say this? So I don't get shot. That's the important part.
Just daggers at your back already.
Yeah. I mostly self-learned. I just had the very basics of smithing, and then I tinkered from there.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment. You should be proud of it.
I am. I reach over and scratch Frederick's head.
And yours? Looking over at Tuck.
I merely adopted the design after meeting with Austrial here.
I see.
Again, technically not a lie because I wasn't.
Because the universe shifted.
Yep, because I wasn't this kind of artificer before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how we both had to change subclasses to the other person's subclass in these games.
Does someone want to roll an insight? That's not Osteo because he tried.
Yeah, please, please, someone.
Kathakar's an idiot.
Yeah, but he's probably wiser than me.
I'll try, but like, I ain't holding no breath over here.
Hey, it's fine.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
You cannot read this guy. He is like a brick wall. He seems nice. He seems friendly. He seems like someone you could get along with despite what he's wearing.
Your suit is atrocious.
Thank you. It cost me a pretty penny. Well, if you'll excuse me, I believe that is all I had to say personally. I do have to get back in contact with my contacts, get in touch with my contacts, forgive me, to try and sort out some of the details of the shop still and hire some laborers. But just whenever you can, just if you bring that to the Baroness, I'm sure she'll take care of it from there.
Wonderful. Now, if I may make a recommendation, I'm going to drop the name of the carpenter who worked on our workshop. He did fantastic work.
I will keep him in mind.
His apprentices are, well, as apprentices are, but wonderful work.
Apprentices get good eventually. He shoots Austria a look as he says that, by the way.
Just still stirring my drink.
Saying nothing.
Well, if you'll excuse me, then like I said, I have a lot of business to take care of. It is wonderful meeting all of you. And he holds out his hand to Tally. I'm sorry, I never actually asked for your name.
Malala.
Well, Malala, it was wonderful meeting you and your entire party. Hope you have a great night.
Looking forward to business already.
And his guards escort him out.
Finally take a sip of the drink I've been over stirring.
The Baroness just sighs.
I take a long drink of water.
Wait, I'm confused. I legit heard something about the Baroness said this, and this, and then introduced just that guy, and then the Baroness isn't actually here, and now the Baroness sighs?
The Baroness has been here. It was the guy talking for most of the time.
Then you... Okay, I'm just a little confused, I guess.
Yeah, she's been there. She's
been quietly
quiet
observing.
Yeah.
He just said something about introducing something to the Baroness, like in a way that sounded like she wasn't here for a second.
Yeah, the paperwork he gave us. You know, present that to her. She's basically our middleman for this this deal.
So isn't it wonderful when someone comes and under your nose just comes and buys up a third of your property?
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
I'm just gonna give that smile. Like, well, not saying we had planned to do similar. I worry the intent's to be different. Where is this gentleman from?
He hasn't actually said. I believe I have the paperwork somewhere.
Would you like us to kill him?
You see that flash in her eyes of, oh yeah, I could have that happen.
It's like that,
And then
like
it
the
goes
light
away.
bulb. Like
And then it goes away with the realization of, oh, if that happened, that'd actually probably be bad for me.
he had quite a force and
I just
benefactors.
closed
It
my
would
brain
appear.
going, sound like a jerk to me.
He was able to fully pay off the land for all the people who had their buildings burned down and the businesses. And he is fully funded buying them new but smaller houses. He has
Or smaller.
connections.
Of course, they're smaller houses.
Efficiency. Why does that sound familiar? It's just still staring at Austral.
Drinking my wine.
So, so basically, all their property gets burnt down. They have nothing to their names. The guy shows up, buys their property,
Give them
builds
smaller
them
ones.
smaller houses somewhere else, and probably is charging them rent. I like this guy.
Ah,
Just out of character. I mean, just
the audacity. Well, at least you know where your true allies lie. Hopefully, we put a deep enough hook into this sudden industry.
Hopefully, indeed.
Now, Austro, if you could do me a favor, I assume you wouldn't be remiss, Baroness, if we did a quick scan of the room to ensure that we're not being listened in on.
Please go ahead.
If you're with
He's
your
standing outside the door, just his ear against the door, listening.
He also waves off her guards to go and leave the room.
uh, your specialized Austro, if you'd be so kind.
Detect magic. I'll just cast it.
Actually, you don't see any other than like the on the party. You don't see anything really out of place. You do see when you look at Tally, who is actually took.
I feel like a double layer type deal.
Just waving.
That,
Just like
but on
without
top
like
of that, you see a bit of magic, like almost on his back.
Been bugged.
on Tuk or
On took
Tally took.
on Mutt.
okay. I
Oh,
will try to focus in on that.
Mutt, you know magic in real life? That's crazy.
I do.
What
Yes.
school?
It's the magic of being able to get all of us on a regular basis
It's quite a feat.
to play a D&D game.
The magic of storytelling, of imagination.
What?
Somewhere between conjuration and necromantic.
I will stand up and whisper to Malayla. Looks clear. When we get back to this ship, there's something, though.
Something.
There seems to be a conjuration necromantic spell upon you. Some source of magic.
I didn't do it.
Like, he
I'm
immediately
with her.
stared at Necromancer. Wonderful. Well, kind of quickly going through my like repertoire of air quote bugs. Should be safe to talk then. We'll make it brief to get it handled. Right, down to actual business. The creature you sent us for is and was not a creature. This much was true.
Okay.
I personally have reservations of telling you that the room we believe that your so sought after object was in had quite the failsafe against purse my lips greedy individuals.
Oh,
Fortunately, our man Vargash here happens to speak the language. And as I said, unfortunately, we were not able to retrieve the creature you were seeking.
You know what it was?
I would presume the stone egg.
She
Otherwise,
she looks at you like, what?
hmm. Then no.
I mean, maybe it was the stone egg. I don't know how long it's been there.
I mean, centuries at least. That the type of mechanisms that we encountered. I personally don't know of any craftsmen with such talents.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to head out for now. I'm not feeling too well.
Okay.
Have a good one,
Take,
guys.
take care, man.
Well, did someone else manage to get there first, or
Oh no, no. Other than the kobolds, we encountered little otherwise resistance. There was a automated statue of sorts, and we kept losing our bugbear to flower petals.
Although
I'm gonna head
I'm
out.
unsure if that had anything to do with the temple.
she looks even more confused?
I gotta head out. It's getting about 1 o'clock in the morning here,
Okay,
almost. So if there's anything I need to know, please tell me in the morning.
we'll do. We're only going for a little bit
Yeah.
longer. No, maybe it was the stone dragon then.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. It was chewed into desolation.
You said it was stone.
I'm doing the I know what I just said. Eyes are clenched. Like, yeah. Um, Vargas here is quite the apt summoner.
Well, at the end of the day, you still did a huge favor by checking it out, and I appreciate that. And it definitely goes a long way to show your loyalty.
Well, it was not all for naught. Some of our ability to fund projects we've already begun to invest in uh, are the result of this trip. We're intent on trickling in a little bit of income to try and counterbalance Mr. Eki.
That would definitely be appreciated because I really do not want to be outpowered a second time. If you stay on my end, I can definitely make it worthwhile.
Of course. Like I said, we're all about making the right allies. Now, I hate to impress, but we are exhausted from our own projects and works from the last few weeks. I do hope that your travels went well, and I'm glad to see you, Hel and Hardy. But if you don't mind, my crew and I would like to return to our ship and get some much needed rest.
Feel free to take any of the food along with you if you want. She looks over to Laura's side. And you can have the chair.
Right. Get up, give the proper signal to bow and all that happy stuff, and make our way out. Stop it for our weapons and whatnot. As our bugbear is now walking down the street with a chair.
That's fine.
As
He
you were
really needs it.
getting up, took Tally you manage to accidentally knock over your cup. It just spills on the table.
Hmm.
That's where we're going to end for the night. You guys heading back to the ship.
Well, yeah. I mean, after I pick up all my weapons.
Oh, yeah. And a chair.
Well, yeah, I'm taking a chair.
And you guys all did level up. Because I meant to
Yay.
make you guys level up last time, and I forgot.
That's okay. I'll make sure to post it here. Update.
We get Flash of Genius,
Game.
but
Level up.
Plus one level.
Alright, I will do that sometime before the next session, but I'm off because my phone is almost dead.
Yep.
I have not been able to replace it yet because of a rant I posted already. Hopefully
Yeah,
soon.